Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Edoggz Reviews. Today I will be taking a look at the Tobot Galaxy Detective Season 2 Paragon, also known as Classic. So on the left is the original box, and it does come in his full form, but we are going to start with the vehicle form. So let's take you around the box. And as you can see, on the left there's the vehicle form, on the right is his full form. Let's say his full warrior form. Let's say that. And then you have this attached toe key here. You have this little QR code that takes you to YouTube. The figure is for 4 and up. The figure is made by Young Toys. We have this little warning down here that says, keep it out of the hands of any kids that are 3 years or younger. We have this side of the box. This says Paragon there, and he's with his lance. We'll talk about that in a moment. On the back, we have the vehicle mode here. We have the attached toe key, which I'll explain in a moment. And then we have the full extension version of that. So you have all 3 versions of this. Now, some people say that this is like a super deformed version of the character. We'll talk about that soon enough. On this side is his full warrior form with his lance, and then on the top it says Tobot Paragon Galaxy Detective. It should say season 2 there, but it doesn't. And on the bottom it is barcodes and things, and that is about it. Now, instructions wise, so if we open up the instructions, they are clearly good. Now, when we're going into the super deformed version, we're talking about 12 steps, and then there's another 6 steps to get it into the full warrior mode. Let's just say that much. So technically it's 16 as a whole, and then there's on the other side is 18. Right. So let's take a look at the vehicle mode, which is similar to a Rolls Royce. Well, I believe it's a Rolls Royce Phantom 2, which was produced somewhere between 1929 through 1935. It is a luxury class car. It has a 4-speed manual transmission. It has a horsepower somewhere between 40 to 50 and a top speed ranging around 60 through 90. So we're going to take you through a spin, and it's very highly detailed. It's mostly black, picked out, but gold here and there. And instead of having one spare tire, they gave us 2 spare tires, which is a little bit abnormal for these type of 30s or 40s cars here and there. But it's really stylized. Now, this section right here where the driver is, that is something that is a modification, let's say. It is a little taller and in real life, so someone must have just said, hey, let's just make this a little lower, make it a little little styly, make the car pop a little bit. And there's the rear of the car there, nothing really to talk about there. And then we have this side of the car. Back to this angle, we're going to show the top of the car here. Let's move that back. And let's show you the bottom of the car. Now, you don't really see anything except for the visible head syndrome there, and we'll talk about that. Now, there is a attached toe key type of gimmick here, and that is this piece right here. And it simply attaches to the back. If you want to close this up, it is an option that you can do. And you just leave it like that. Now, that looks too silly for me, so I'm not going to leave that on there. But that's what it's supposed to look like, overall. If these had flipped down, then maybe I'll let it slide. But yeah, you don't have to leave this on at all. Right? So now we're going to do some comparisons with some actual Transformers. Now, give a little just give it a little range of scale between these two things, because this is a much larger scale of the vehicle. And then we have Skids, who is a what is it, a Honda City. You know, much smaller car. You know, you can see how it dwarfs. Let's turn the light down just a little bit. Give you that range right there. And then you have, so you can see how the width and length of both of these vehicles are there. Right. Next, we are going to bring in Road Rage, which is a Corvette. You have these two going at it. Much lower than the Rolls Royce here. Now, I just want to pick out something. It does have these two T's, and the two T's stand is pretty much an abbreviation for Tobots. So you have the T in the front, and you have the T in the rear of the word. So that's kind of clever, right? So, right, give you the length of these two, much smaller. Let's bring in Trailbreaker. Now, Trailbreaker does have the height only in the rear section here, but not too much going on there. So you have these two going on. Give you the scale here between the two. Much wider, way longer. There you go. Let's bring in somebody who is more into scale. Let's bring in Grapple. Okay. Just put Grapple behind so we can get a scale between these two. Almost the same length. Almost the same length. Let's pick them up, show that off. It's just a tiny bit longer, and the width is just shy. So, last but not least, we're gonna bring in Hot Rodimus. All right, so you have these two. I think this is like the only one that's kind of sort of in scale with it. Show that off real quick. In the rear it has the width and it does have the length. So that's the only one that's kind of sort of in this range. So first what we're going to do here is go into the first form, which is going to take us like 12 steps. And it's very easy, very simple. And we're just going to take it easy. And I like the design on the hood there. So we're just going to focus on the front wheels here. Bring this down. Bring that down. Right? We can take the hood off. That's going to come into play a little later. Take the arms and you want to unplug it from the hood. I mean, not the hood, from the hardtop. Bring that up. Bring that up. Like that. Next, we want to turn it around. Like that. Actually, we need to keep it on this side. My bad. We need to keep it on this side. And we need to bring up the hard top. Like so. We want to split the legs. And what we want to do here is we just want to simply bring up the legs like that. Right? We need to bring this down a little bit. Same thing over here. Like that. And then we're going to take this part. We're going to bring this down. We're going to bring the arms over. Like that. Bring the arms over. Like that. Now this part right here, these two pieces, you have to bring it back. And no, kind of get them out of the way. Kind of a thing. And then you take this and you bring up the head. It has light piping on it. Right, now there is a stand here. And it's already, you know, in place, so we don't have to do nothing there. And this is his mini form, or if you will, the super deformed form. And you can use his, what do they call it? They call it the... What do they call it? They call it the absolute shield. That's what they call it, the absolute shield. And they can, you know, you can put it on either side, doesn't matter. There's a port there, and then there's a port there. And if you wanted to, you could bring in this other accessory, which is his power lance. Now, in the show, the lance is more black with a little bit of gold picked out. On the box, it's the same way. I'm not exactly sure why we got a gold lance for some odd reason. But you can pop that onto the other side. And we could bring it in off stage. Move the lance so this way he can sit down. Okay, and that's it. That's what it's supposed to look like in this form. Now, there is some problems with this, and that is articulation. And it's very limited. You cannot move the legs. The waist can do a 360. The arms are very limited. That's all you're gonna get going outwards. It doesn't like move forward because you got all of this stuff hindering it. Right, the head does not rotate. It just flips up and down when you need to get it into this mode. Now, the only thing that is clever about this is these little hands. Now, these arms are actually the short version of the full mode. So we'll show that off in a second. But that is what it looks like. And I'm going to give one comparison. Actually, let's do two comparisons. All right, I'm going to take this away. Here is Leon Rover, which is the leader. We have Cyclone Hawk. And then we have Captain Zack. So much shorter. Kind of give you a scale from that angle. Now we're going to do 6 more steps to get it into the full mode, and we're going to bring these guys back one more time. Now we're going to take the absolute shield off, put it to the side. You're going to take the power lance, stick that to the side. And we're going to go into the enhanced mode or the full warrior mode of this. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to push the head down. Next, we want to do is bring the legs down. So we're just going to bring the legs down like that. Bring the legs down like that. Take the hard top. And you just want to fold it like that. Right? Now we're going to turn like this. Right? So we're going to focus on this side. We're going to take this piece right here. We're going to bring this down. And we're going to bring out the leg. And this is going to click into place. I'm going to show you that again because there's a port right here. And you're going to take this foot, bring it out, and it's going to clip together. So it's going to clip together. Hold on, it's not in focus. It's going to clip together right there, right? These two pieces. Here we go. All right. So the arms. Here's the trick with the arms. So we want to take the arm and we want to unfold like that. So I'm gonna leave one arm like this to show you the difference between this and that. We want to go inside here, bring out the hand, right? So all we did was flip down the forearm to create the normal arm. That's kind of neat. That's a neat trick. You hit the second arm underneath the elbow. Let's say that, if that's the correct sentence for that. Right. So we're gonna take these, move these out, move these out. This is where this piece comes in. It clips into these parts, 1, 2, and these 1, 2 pieces. And you have the spine down here. They included the spine there, and it has this little peg to keep it in place. So all you have to do is clip in. Right, we turn this around. We don't get any light piping on this, but it's all right. All right, so all we have to do is manage these things on the shoulder. All right. And you can put these anywhere you like. Whatever floats your boat kind of deal. And there he is in his full warrior mode. You could take this and you could pop it in the same port. Right, put this on this side. That's his absolute shield. And then you take the other side. And that is his power lance. And there you go. So we're going to give a little close-up what this looks like. So that's what the front looks like. That is what the side looks like. Now you can manage this a little bit more. Hold on, let me fix it. Yeah, let's put that there. Right. There's the back. There's a castle for a backpack. You have this side and this side. We'll take the power lance off so we can go into articulation. Now, you may have to move this out of the way to get this arm to move. Does it rotate around? Yes, it does. Right? But you have to move it at the base or at this gray piece. Let me show you this gray piece. You move it at this gray piece or you move it at this piece right here. And it will go in a circle. Like so. It does go all the way out. We're losing the shield here. Let's pop the shield back in. No, you know what? Let's leave the shield off. Right? We have a double hinge for the elbow. So now you can actually, get a pose that you may want. You can do that if you want to. The hands do not rotate. They only flip inside of this cavity. 360 degrees on the waist. You saw that because of the transformation. Legs only come out to there. And the elbow, not the elbow, the knee is obstructed by this panel. Let's see if we can do something about that. Yeah, okay, so that panel. All right, so that's all you're gonna get for our knee. And that is because the way how this is designed. right here. So very limited. If you move this back piece away, we can get the leg all the way out to there. You get the very high kick there. There's no swivel at the thigh. There's no rocker at the feet. Going backwards on the leg. It's not really designed to do this, but that's about it. That's all you're gonna get, to tell you honestly. All right, let's move this out of the way. All right, so let's see what else. The head, let's focus on that. So the head is on the ball joint, so you can swing around like that. You can make him look up if you need to. Let's get that in focus, because I know he's not in focus. All right, let's do that one more time just in case you missed it. All right. And you can emote if you need to, look up and down. And he has, he has that knight in shining armor helmet there going on with the gold there. Now these right here, you can move them any way you want. It's up to you. All right, let's put this on this side. And let's put the shield on that. All right, now in the show they have the Tobots have these abilities, combat skills, if you want, and it depends on what mode they're in at the given time. So we already talked about this piece right here. This is called the Absolute Shield. And we have the Power Lance. And there's an attack called the Riders of Justice that he can perform. He also has one more accessory. We need to take this off. All right. So you pop this off real quick so I can demonstrate what's going on here. And the head sometimes comes off, so don't worry about that. Alright, so let's see. Oh, now it pops off. Alright, so if you take this off, we can put this into play. Right? Alright, let's move this down. You got to put this together. My word, come on, it's not that hard. Would you pop that down? And that is his crimson cape. Yes. Now, if you are the type of person that can create their own stuff, like, clothing or anything like that, you can completely make your own cape. This is kind of lame. Now, I did have a Transformer way back when, and it came with a cloth cape. So I'm not exactly sure what happened to it, and it was the same color as this. So Yes, if you can get your hands on a real cape for this figure, throw it on there. If you can make it on your own, that will be free for you, tell you honestly. And you can have your figure styling just like this. All right. So we're gonna bring in his buddies one more time. We're gonna bring in Leon Rover. And we're gonna bring in Cyclone Hawk. Move that up. And then we're going to bring in Captain Zach. And they're roughly like the same height between all of these guys. Now, if you're interested in purchasing any of the Tobot Galaxy Detectives figures, there's two places I can mention to you. One place is Amazon, and the other place is eBay. Please check the shipping, because shipping is where they're going to get you at, because they charge somewhere between like $15 to ship it. Now, another thing to note when you're buying Tobot figures, there are two, sometimes three versions of Tobots, right? The first I would say the first product is something called Tobot Minis, and what they are is pretty much miniaturized versions of these characters, and they cost much cheaper. Let's say $20 to $30, something like that, of these characters. If you didn't want these full-fledged ones, you can go with those and have that. And then you have the combiners, which are like sometimes it's between three that I know of, and then depending on what series that you watch, it could be like 6 or 9, but we're not going to focus on that. But yeah, there's two versions of it. Do some price matching, you know, find somebody cheap or for these figures. Now, we do have 2 more characters lined up for the Tobot Galaxy Detective Season 2 coming up. Please wait for that to show up. Oh my god, all of these guys are not even focused. We also have some Transformers stuff. I know it's kind of late in the game because it's really slow in my area. You know, we don't get new stuff on a regular basis. Like, for instance, Primal or Mirage have not been seen in my area since the release of that. There's some new stuff coming out. We're going to be getting the Studio Series Wheeljack. We are not going to be picking up the Studio Series version Nightshade. We're going to take a pass on that. Other than that, there's one masterpiece I'm going to purchase, and then I think that's going to be it for me. But we'll see how the rest of the November into December gets. Hopefully we'll have some sign of Swoop as Studio Series, or 1986 Studio Series coming up after that. So I want to thank all you ladies for watching the video, including the gents. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I do respond to them. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Until the next time.